on, ladies. Come on. I had to pull over because I couldn't drive in this traffic and do this. And I need to make another stop. I haven't too long got off, and today has been a day that I have been counseling women. I counsel women, guys. People would inbox me, ask me questions, ask me this. Some of them are repetitive people that I do this. Hey, Angela. And let me just relax a moment. Let me get myself together. And so on the professional level, as a life coach, as a doctoral student for religious studies, theology, I took counseling and all that. So I'm just throwing my credentials out there to you right now. This is why, and as a minister, this is why I counsel women that reach out to me. Now, the thing is that in this counseling, when I realized that at certain point, because my cousin Brenda is a psychiatrist, and she told me one day to be careful with my counseling. So with my training and with everything she's told me, when I realized that psychotic help is needed or therapy, I refer people to the right resources. So it's important to have those resources available on hand, and know the importance of knowing when to do so with the training. Now, the reason why my video is saying let his ass go is because, and not for it is going okay. It's going okay, Angela. The reason why I say let his ass go, because I'm not trying to be hard tonight, today, whatever, but I need to say this to my women. I do need to say this. Everything does not revolve around a man. Everything does not. You may not want to hear this. Listen, let me tell you this. And this is not for the women that I'm counseling. This has nothing to do with this, but this is what I want to point out to you because of the day I've had and things that women have shared with me when it comes to these men. First of all, let me tell you something. Don't let a man tell you more than once that he don't want you. There are plenty of men in the world. Despite what people tell you about the dysfunction of what it is with men to women and not being able to have a relationship and all of that, listen, the right man will commit, and the right man will be with you, and the right man will understand the value of you. And listen, somebody that loves you is not going to do everything they're big enough to do to you and make an excuse about it. Go back and look at my video that I did, Can You Be a Wonderful Person and Also Be a Liar and a Cheater? Go back and look at that video. I did that, I think, last Thursday. But the reason why I said let his ass go, because I want us to get to the point where we have enough love for ourselves that we get past falling for the BS that these men give us. Now, the reason I say that is because we've all been there, done that. This is for my women today. We've all been there, done that. We see the signs. We know when these men don't want us. We see the signs. We know when these men just want to do what they want to do. We hear when they say they don't want to be bothered. We hear when they say they ain't got time. We hear when they say all of that. But this is the thing I need you guys to understand. This is the thing I need you to understand. A man say what he want and mean what he say. He say what he want and he mean what he say. Don't sit there and try to question yourself about, well, what's wrong with me? Did I do this? How did I end up by myself? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not smart enough? Am I not small enough? Listen, let me tell you something. When you get to the point in your life when you understand that this life does not revolve around a man, then you'll be much better off than what it is. Let me do this. Angela, can you hear me? Let me take this off of this right here, because I see some things going on right there. Let me do this, guys. When you get to the point where you understand that this world does not evolve around a man, then you'll be much happier. You'll be much happier. And the reason I say that is because too many people walking around and are totally distraught. Thank you, Angela. Are so distraught, wanting in their about the man that they lost. Come on, honey. Yes, I know we all been there. We've been there, done that, going through whatever. Listen, but the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you learn to be happy with your own company, when you learn to embrace who you are, when you get to know your worth, then you can let his ass go. You can be okay. Is it gonna hurt? Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But never let a man tell you more than once that he don't want you. Never let a man continuously call you out your name. Never wonder and try to figure out what we are, because once you got to try to figure out what we are, then you've already messed up, because the question does not leave it does not leave a question of what you are. A man will make it very clear what you are to him. But we got so many women broke down and going through depression because that man don't want to be with you. Listen, be with yourself. Be happy with yourself. Because then let me tell you something else, and y'all need to hear me clear on this. Hear me very clear when I say this. When I say once, I need you to hear me when I say this. Let me make this very clear. For you women walking around here, I need you to hear this. If you don't hear nothing else that I say, I need you to hear this. For you women walking around talking about, well, you know what? If he gonna cheat, I'ma cheat too. If he gonna do this, I'ma do this. If he gonna do this, I'ma do this. If he gonna be a damn puppet, then just be his puppet. Because listen, how do you look being disrespectful to your own body, being crazy, sleeping with everybody, because he's sleeping with everybody, talking about two can play this game, looking like a dummy, being not even valuing yourself, because if he can do it, I'ma do it too. What are you doing but letting somebody run through your body? Because I'm going to tell you, I can name 10 right now that if I say come screw, they'll come screw. You get what I'm saying? So you ain't doing nothing but making yourself look like an idiot. Be loyal to somebody. If you don't be loyal to nobody else, be loyal to yourself. You ain't got no business letting these men rule you and how you behave and what you do. So he won't favor to you. Next one, to the right, to the left, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So he needed to have 3 or 4 on the side. Then what that mean? He ain't the one for you. So because you got standards, he want to call you bitch and call you out your name and call you everything but your name, and you crying to me why he allowed to be happy and all this and that. No, listen. It's a facade of being happy, because anybody that got to run through 25 and 30 women ain't happy with themselves. They a whore. And if you don't think men can be whore, then listen, take a good look around. I'm so sick of this, I don't know what to do. Everything that's right is wrong to people. Everything that's wrong seems to be right. Everybody want to fit in and do the wrong thing. Everybody want to be, I ain't going to get hurt. I ain't going to be vulnerable. Yes, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to love while I'm here, because love feels good. And don't you know, if you do the right thing, God going to do the right thing by you. He is not a man that he should lie. He's not going to fall short of giving you somebody for you. So you thought that he was the one for you. Okay, if he not, keep it moving. And I'm not telling you something that I don't know for myself. I'm not telling you something that I haven't been through. I've cried plenty of nights and said, Lord, why did I have to go through this? And then I've had some jealous moments when I seen that same man that I had to let go because he acted fool with another lady doing his thing, looking like he was happy. But guess what? I had to tell myself, the same problems that fool was causing me, he causing another woman. Keep him, have him, take him. Because anytime I got to question whether you're my man, you're not my man. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Bring up your value. Bring up your self-worth that you have in yourself. Stop letting these men run us regularly like we're not the gift. We are the gift. If you got to sit by yourself and cry, then cry. If you got to call your girlfriend and talk about that thing, talk about that thing. If you got to take a drink, take a drink. But stop letting these men run us like puppets, like we little puppets with our tails between our legs like we female. If you got to have it that bad, there's plenty of toys out there to get the job done. Let me take off that minister help. I did that when I cuss up. Forgive me. But see, I can't be nobody but me. And I'm going to tell you, The more you live and the longer you live, you got to get some strength about who you are so that you can attract what God has for you, so that you can have what God has for you. But we too busy as women kicking each other down. We too busy as women being jealous. We too busy as women taking other women men and thinking it's cute. It ain't nothing cute about that. And let me set the record straight while I'm on here. Let me set this real straight. I have never wanted somebody else's man. Never taken somebody else's man. You can't take somebody's man from them. That's not me. So if I have a man, if I was with a man, then that man clearly made it known to me that he was single. So I'm going to set that right there, and I'm going to leave that right there, because what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not going to cancel you on something that I don't do for myself. Now, have I ever had an affair? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Have I ever did the wrong thing? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Have I ever been in them streets? Definitely has. But what I want to tell you is when you get grown, you put away childish behaviors. When you have had somebody hurt you bad enough, you would never want to do that to another woman. When you have had somebody take you and drug you through the mud and your feelings have been broken and your heart have been hurt, you would not want to do that to another woman. See, the problem is that, listen, we're so busy out here trying to get our own nut that we forget about what other people go through. We forget our sisters. We simply forget them. And we don't seem to think that stuff is going to come back on us. You get what I'm saying? But what I need you to understand that not only is it going to come back on you, it's going to come back on you double fold when you do the wrong thing, because God going to let you know He not pleased with that. So here I am in the ATL. Here I am in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? And no matter where I go, them planes, guys, I'm sorry. So here I am. That's right, Angela. Men do what they want to do. But this is the thing. That's why I said no man allowed. But I'm talking to my women. But this is the thing. We out here and in Atlanta, Atlanta gets a very, very bad rap for relationships. Marriages do not last in Atlanta. Relationships do not last in Atlanta. That's what they say. That's what they say. But this is the thing I need you to understand. It is not the men that we complaining about. It's the women, because they can't do it can't do it by themselves. And of course it's the man. But as women, we have an accountability that we're not standing up to. So we get lonely, so we get desperate. So it's okay to be the side chick. It's okay to fool with this man knowing he married. It's okay to go after this man knowing he in a whole relationship. You get what I'm saying? But it's not okay. You can't get what God got for you doing the wrong thing to other women. You can't. That's not how that works. You can't get a husband out here treating other women like they don't matter. You asking yourself why I can't get a man. You asking yourself why am I still single. You asking myself why I'm going through this. Well, listen, karma is real. How many times have you been screwing somebody else's man? How many times have you been talking and dogging that woman out instead of wishing her well? How many times you scheming and conniving, talking down the same woman that you look into her face to her man to make you look better so that you could get with him? How many of you talking about a woman behind their back to a man, trying to appease yourself to look better? All that stuff coming back to you. You don't have to ask yourself why you single. You don't have to ask yourself why you going through this. First, let that married man go. Second of all, stop degrading yourself. Stop running around doing everything you big enough to do it because you feel like you can. Karma is going to come back on you. You can't get your blessing doing, eating, and everything. And the thing that disgusts me the most is that we all running around like, well, I could do it too. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it too. You think I'm going to take this beautiful brown body, clean body that God gave me and sleep with everybody? Talking about because he's sleeping with everybody? What do I want with him after he done slept with everybody? Raise your standards. What do I want with him after he done been with everybody and then I'm last call? You get what I'm saying? Raise your standards. What do he want with you after he found out you done slept with this person and that person and that person? Because I'm going to tell you what it is, women, when you go out there and you do something like that, it not only shows that you're incapable of being loyal to yourself, but you're incapable of being a man, because how you going to hold down a marriage or relationship doing everything you can do because you say they did it? I wouldn't want you like that. I wouldn't want you like that. The same way I don't want a man that feels like he got to run through the world before he gets to me. No, a man don't want a woman like that. And I know it may seem like to you guys that I'm fussing. But let me tell you something. When I say I'm not telling you anything that I haven't learned through experience and through counseling and none of that. Now, have I been ran through? No, ma'am, no, sir. But when I tell you that it's too many women feeling like they can't survive. Come on, Chris. They can't survive because they're not with that man. It's too many women degrading themselves because you letting a man make you a puppet. It's too many men out here, women out here, just down on disrespectful because you feel like you got to prove a point to a man. Listen, let me sit by myself and cry if I got to cry. I'd rather be by myself in a bed by myself than have the wrong nigga sitting by laying beside me. You understand what I'm saying? I pray for God to take that itch away from me before I degrade myself again at this age. No, ma'am, no, sir. You see what I'm saying? I've been there. I've had the wrong man in my bed. So what you got to do, you got to be strong enough to love yourself, like Chris said. You got to be strong enough to ask yourself, are you going to love yourself because he don't love you, or you going to keep hating on yourself because he hating on you? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that what you don't seem to understand is this man is a reflection of how you allow him to treat you. So what happens is that if you sit here crying because that man cheated on you again, and again and again, and you allowing it, then what does it say about how you feel about yourself? See, he only gonna do what you allow him to do to you. If you sit here crying because that man can't keep calling you out your name, and you've said the same thing over and over again, and you keep allowing it, then what is it? Do you believe deep down inside that you that B, or you that hoe, or you that whatever they call you? See, for you to allow a man to keep doing the same thing to you over and over and over again, and then expecting God to bless you, is only telling God you don't think that much of yourself. Now, everything ain't going to happen overnight. You're not going to get there overnight, but I promise you, if you put your foot down today and decide that enough is enough, and you make up in your mind what you will and will not accept, the pain is going to pass away. You're going to get through it. But see, when you get this saying the pain gonna pass away, and you be brave enough to take that loneliness, then you're gonna begin to know who you are. You're gonna begin to know your strength. Let me tell you something. I love Reverend Dr. Michelle K. Patel, a best-selling author, and everything else attached. And it ain't no conceitiness about that. It ain't nothing about that. It's about learning to love yourself, because if don't nobody else love you, you got to love yourself. You got to love yourself enough to live when somebody make you feel like that you ain't nothing. You got to love yourself enough when you giving all you got to that one nigga and he walk out the door and go to somebody else. You got to love yourself when he go out there and sleep with another woman, and you know you sleep with him every night. You got to learn to love yourself when there ain't nobody else there telling you you good enough. You got to learn to tell yourself you beautiful. We got to do better, women. We have got to do better. It ain't nothing but a piece of meat. And listen, I'm telling you, this is not for our men. This is not for our men, because I'm not degrading our men and saying a piece of meat, that's all they are. But what I'm saying is the emotional part has to begin with you. Because if all you looking for is sex, you're never going to be fulfilled. The emotional work has to begin with you. The self-love has to begin with you. The hard work has to begin with you. And anybody that knows me, that knows that when I get on here and I'm fussing like this and I'm trying to teach you something and I'm coming hard at you, it's because I'm frustrated. And I have gotten to the point that, listen, I can't keep counseling people that's not willing to listen. And I have to say this over again. This is not for any of the women I counsel today. This is not for them. This is what's been in my spirit, but this happened today to push me to tell you this. The hard work begins in you. And you have to understand. You have to understand that nobody's going to love you past what you love yourself. So if you continuously allow this, this is what's going to happen. And women, Atlanta, Richmond, California, D.C., Baltimore, everywhere, North Carolina, everywhere, guys, when I'm telling you, these large cities like this, and you're running around saying, I can't get a man, and these women trifling, and these things. Yeah, trifling, and the man trifling too. Because I'm not going to go check a woman about the man I'm dating. Because, listen, when I find out that he's dating somebody else or he want to date somebody else, then that's gonna be my clue right there for where we stand. You get what I'm saying? Because me, listen, let me tell you something. At my age and who I am, I know what I deserve and I know my worth. And I may not say a word to the world. I may not say a word to maybe but one person, but I already know what I'm worth. So I already know what I'm willing to take and what I'm not willing to take. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta put up in your own mind what you're willing to take. And I'm gonna tell you what you should not be taking though is second place options. What you should not be taking is side chick. What you should not be taking is, I get to you when I get to you. What you should not be taking anything less than what you know God knows what you deserve. Because now we see things out there saying, well, women, do you need more than one man? We got women that want a man to pay her rent. Then we got woman that want man to buy her clothes. Then we got this because you feel like you can. Yeah, I could get them like that too, just like we all can. But why you got to feel like that is that you need to be sleeping with 2 and 3 men. 2 and 3 men. Make up your mind and decide who you are and whose vessel you are and what you are. Because those men that know you have another man, if any man know you got another man and he's willing to let another man screw you and be with you and date you, then listen, he ain't really for you. He ain't really feeling you like that. That's how I truly feel. So it's just little things that let me know this is what I got to do. You should not be so confused all the time and try to repaint somebody that you already see the true colors of. If you see that man is a habitual liar, why are you constantly trying to make sure or trying to fool yourself in your mind to say he's not? He's a habitual liar. That's what he is. Hey, Sean, honey, if you see he's going to cheat and... Listen, I ain't even mean to be on here this long. But what I'm trying to tell you, like I said, let his ass go. Stop holding on to something that's draining the life out of you, but you trying to save them. Save face for what? You trying to make something work. Let me tell y'all something. You trying to make something work that you know for yourself that God didn't ordain. Because it shouldn't be that hard if God's hand is on there. It's not going to be that hard. If y'all could be, listen, let him go. Let him go. And this is for somebody. Let him go. For a whole lot of somebody. Let him go. He cheated on you again. Let him go. He's constantly lying to you. Let him go. He can't give you quality time. Let him go. He can't decide if he want you, them, or everybody else. Let him go. Don't make somebody keep telling you they don't want you. Because listen, before they tell you with their words, they're going to tell you with their actions. I don't want another woman that I'm counseling that sound like they at the brink of suicide behind a man. The only man that you should feel like you can't live without is God himself. The only man that you feel like you can't sleep at night with is God himself. The only man that you should feel like your life cannot resume again is God himself. Anytime every move you make is contemplated upon a man, then that you have made that man your idol. And I'm just trying to strengthen you ladies. I'm trying to strengthen us. I'm trying to teach my young ladies as well. Anytime you think that you getting on Facebook and you saying something about, oh, he was with me last night and he come home, and listen, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that, because that means that I'm in a competition with you and that man. You can have him. Never put yourself in a situation where you feel like you got to be competition with another woman for a man. Never do it. Because the same man that bypassed you, another one will be right around the corner in a second that God ordained for you. Stop lowering your standards because you think that it's the right thing to do because you lonely. The loneliness, listen, it may not pass, but when you learn to be your own best friend, you ain't going to be thinking about no man like that. When you learn to enjoy your own company, guys, I'm telling you, when you learn to love yourself, as quick as God bless you with a man, if that thing don't work out, God will send another one your way and he'll make it clear to you. Because you know your worth. But what you got to do is get your mind right first. You got to get your mind right first. Put that positive energy out there and say, I can have what God say I can have. Stop fooling yourself and walking around sleeping with everybody and talking about if he can do it, I can do it too, and playing these stupid little games, because we all know at night when you go to bed you crying because that ain't what you want. The sex may fill you up for a second, but then listen, half the time it ain't even worth it, but you running out there doing it. You degrading your own self. Because then when that man does look at you, only thing gonna be in between y'all is lies, deceit, and lust. Trust me when I say it. A man does not get over the things that you do as quickly as we get over what men do to us. We will forgive quicker than any man. That man will be laying in bed with you and get an attitude remembering that you cheated on him. And you wondering why he won't act right. But you done been with Billy, Tom, John, Jim, and Thomas while y'all were separated, and why, you broke up with him. And then listen, and all he want to do is come back and sleep with you because it was good, but he don't really want you like that. We gotta stop being vulnerable and gullible to the things that men say and do, and you gotta start raising your own standards. Okay? Now, because for me, my thing was, I'm not going to move up here and be like, oh, man, men everywhere. I'm not going to do that. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I got a man because this. And I was saying I'm this and that. Listen, man or not, I'm going to be okay. And that's where you got to get in your mind. That's where you got to be. Because, listen, I can't depend on a man to pay my bills for me. I got to be able to pay my own bills before he pay them. Even though I'm not going to lie to you. I would be a lie to say, babe ain't a good man. He got me 100%. But this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. You should be about your goals. You should be about your money. You should be about your purpose in your life. And God will line up the right man with you to walk in that purpose. You will complement one another. But your sole focus should not be a man. Too many times we running around thinking on our outside of our whatever that we got to have a man to make our life complete. Be your complete self, and then God will send that man. But no, I don't want to counsel another woman that's suicidal behind a man. I don't want to counsel another woman who feel like they can't make it behind a man. It is the same thing that you are. He's not invincible. He's not God. He's not going to be here all the time. You pass, he passed. Listen, he may be the love of your life. But if you don't love yourself, you'll never understand what that means to anybody, especially to yourself. Until you learn to make yourself the love of your life. Even in your marriages, you can make your husbands your idols. But if you don't learn how to love yourself first, if you don't learn how to take that heartbreak and deal with it and do what you got to do and keep it moving, you never going to be happy. Because another person does not come in your life to make you happy. You come to build one another up, build together, exemplify where I'm weak, he's strong, where I'm strong, he's weak, all that stuff, and to enjoy the blissful marriage, this life of sex. You get what I'm saying? But another person is not the reason why you have to be happy on this earth. You do not bring a man in your life to make you happy and to make you whole. How you gonna think that this man is gonna be your everything, but you don't know what it feels like to be your everything? Because listen, until you get that, you're gonna allow these guys to keep doing the same thing to you over and over and over again, because you haven't got the value of who you are. And I told you guys, if he don't see me like God sees me, then it's a wrap. That's why I got my divorce. Because he didn't see me like God saw me. I saw God seeing me as precious in his sight. I saw God as seeing me as tender, as a diamond in the rough. I saw God seeing me, guys, as love, like he would give anything for me. I saw God sacrificing for me. I saw God loving on me. I saw God being my help, my strength, my everything. Now, does that mean that man is my everything? No, it does not. It means that he's a reflection of God's love towards me. So when I didn't see that anymore, I knew it was time to go. But then I had to learn, not only did he not see it because I didn't see it in myself, I had to learn to love myself and to give love and to open up to love so love could come to me. Too many times, guys, we're so bruised and broken that nobody can get next to us. But the first step is to admit to yourself, listen, I love me. The second step is to put your standards. It's not you being bougie. It's not you being crazy. It's not you telling God, I don't want to be with somebody. It's standards and expectations. A man would do to you only what you allow him to do to you. You get what I'm saying? And the best thing you can do, if you're in a relationship or if you're in a situationship and that man is not treating you like you want to be treated, then I suggest you close your mouth and get yourself together. Because I'm going to tell you, these men not running out here running from woman to woman because it's the end thing to do. They running from woman to woman because they whores. Sean, you're not even supposed to be on here because you're a man. But listen, they running out here doing it because they can. Because too many women be like, oh, I'm trying to have a good time. And that's your prerogative. If you feel like you want to have a good time, you feel like you want to see what this man, see what that man, see what this man do that, then do so. But don't go to God questioning God about why you by yourself and you can't get a man and where your husband at and why he choosing the one that got some self-respect for herself. Because he figuring if you jumping in my inbox saying you want to screw me, then what you doing in the next man inbox? Sean, you good. You good. You get what I'm saying? And what's the problem you having, Sean? I was talking, honey. You get what I'm saying, guys? So this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. I had no intention of going this hard. Sean said, bruised woman, I bruising him, guys. Bruised woman, I bruising him. Maybe he'll elaborate on that, but this is the thing I'm trying to tell you. I know for myself because I have I know that I have my flaws. And I know, I got to say this for the women in here, Sean. But that's why I said this wasn't for the men. I have to say this for the women. Those bruised women usually are the result of men bruising them. Those broken women are usually the result of men breaking them. Because this is the thing. We may not want to accept it, but there are plenty of decent, beautiful women that are on point, and men come in their lives and they break them. They come in their lives and they use them. They come in their lives. There are so many opportunist men out here. You get what I'm saying? Can my woman help me out with this? Because, as Sean, look, you popped in and you said that, but I got to be real. I got to be real. There are so many women, and that's why I'm on here saying, blow. If they knew the rent I was on, they would not be blowing. But there are so many women out here that are so broken from the things that men have done to them. There are so many women out here that are making a fool of themselves. Guys, please go on. There are so many women out here that are degrading themselves because instead of dealing with the hurt and the pain, they want to show that they can get another man. They want to show that I can get this one, I can do that. But the only thing you're doing is incorporating all these different spirits in you that's making you so confused. And then once you decide to try to get yourself together, there are so many different components going on in your mind and your spirit, and you're wondering why you can't get right. Ladies, what I'm trying to tell you, stop letting these men be the reason that you be who you are. Be who you are. Come on, Anissa, be who you are, because that's who you are. Be who you are, because that's who you are. Don't go out here and sleep with all these men because you say, oh, they doing it, I'ma do it. No. Don't go out here and settle because you feel like you can't get another man when you know God has the right one for you. You're welcome, Sean. Don't go out here and mess with somebody else's man when you just need to admit in your heart that, listen, God, I want a husband. I want my own man, and then wait on God to let God bring you that man. And look, put your faith to work. Speak out your mouth what it is that you would have God do for you, and be real with yourself. Because right now, what we got to understand is that if you don't take care of your own emotions and your own feelings, what'll happen is you'll be one of them women that feel like you want to kill yourself, and you can't keep making it, and you so hurt because of the simple fact that that man, if he don't love you like that, he's not going to have that compassion for you. He's going to keep on sleeping with other women. He's going to keep on lying. He's going to keep on doing what he's doing because you allow it. And you crying is not going to change that. The only thing that's going to change that situation is you changing that situation. So let his ass go. Let his ass go. It's not worth your life. Of course it's revenge. What else would it be? Of course it's revenge. But now you got women that's brave enough to say that's what they're going to do. You got women who bragging about that's what they're going to do. But what I'm trying to get women to understand is that that's not hurting him. It's hurting you. How I look. Tell me how I look. Now, did I have a good time dating when I was younger? Yeah, I had a ball. I had a ball. Because I had one going in one door and one coming in next. I'm not going to lie. I had a ball. But you can't continue to do. His ass is gone. Thank you, Anissa. Thank you, Anissa. His ass is gone. Get your peace back. Get your joy back. Get your strength back. You will feel better. I'm telling you. You will get through it. Anytime you're in a relationship and that man is not treating you right, and you got to cry more than you can have some joy, let his ass go. Clean up your house. Get your own space. Make yourself pretty. Cook for yourself. Take yourself out. Do your favorite pastime. Go to the park. Do whatever you got to do. I've been there, done that. The best feeling in the world is having your own place where you got peace. That you ain't got to cry and worry about where that man at. You ain't got to be concerned about what he's doing to you. And let me give you a secret, ladies. Let me give you this one, and then I'm going to have to try to get ready to go. That's right. And a narcissist is not going to feel. He is not going to feel. Come on, Chris. Let me give you this secret, guys. Let me tell you something. When it comes to protecting yourself, and I know it's hard. But ladies, close your legs. Close your legs. And because I'm going to tell you something. If a man is out here and he's dating you and he's sleeping with other women, but he's willing to come and take you out on a date, or he's willing to do this for you, do that for you, whatever he's willing to do for you, and he call himself dating, the way that you can protect yourself emotionally, keep your legs closed. See, at this point, if you come in and take me out, and I'm taking you out sometimes, and we dating or we having fun or whatever, and you sleeping with somebody else, guess what? It ain't a reflection on me because you're not sleeping with me. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm not emotionally tied to the point where when he's sleeping with somebody else, I'm so broken because listen, in a minute, you're going to realize that I'm just dating and having fun, and you a friend. You're a friend. Because anybody that's more than a friend, then you're not going to be sleeping with other women. You get what I'm saying? Set your standards. Set your standards. Stop letting these men say they dating and then they sleeping with you and they sleeping with that one and they this and that. They single, but they doing everything they can do to you and you allowing it. No. Listen, no. Set your standards. That's right. It ain't nothing like peace, Angela. That's right. That's right, guys. We have to start doing a self-reflection of ourselves to understand what's going on around us and what's going on out here. And sometimes people would be like, you know, how do you know all this and why do you, and you keep your mouth shut and you don't say, listen, I ain't got to explain myself. I don't have to explain myself. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, from being under my daddy all my life and being with having a twin brother, what I'm trying to get you to understand, if a man wants you, he's going to make it clear to you. Don't lower your standards and your values out here doing everything you big enough to do because you questioning what's wrong with you and God, why I can't this, and being disrespectful to your sister, all that stuff coming back. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying to tell you. It could. It really could be. So listen, I'm going to go because I just got off work and I had to make a stop and I'm tired. It's been a long day. I just needed to get on here and tell you guys this. I had to pull over because I was like, there's no way I'm going to get in that traffic. It has slowed down a lot now. But at the same time, let his ass go. That's right, Chris. If you don't respect yourself, nobody else will. Nobody else will. And for my ATL sisters, I know it's hard out here. But listen, it's plenty of men in these streets that you can have your own man. And I had to put that out here because Atlanta get a bad rap, of course, because there's so much going on. We know the reputation of Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? But I don't care if I'm in Kalamazoo or Atlanta, anywhere else. Because what's for me is for me. And I stand out amongst the crowd. Because, listen, the man for you, you're going to stand out for that man. Listen, can't no woman come take what's already yours. You get what I'm saying? And as far as y'all talking about where these men can't do this and they can't do this and they, listen, stop speaking that mess over your man. If you got one, trust and believe me, he's capable of being committed. And if the one I've been dating, if he has not been committed, I don't know about it. You get what I'm saying? Because my thing is to speak life into that man. The man that I have dealt with, I'm not running around and saying, oh, I know he cheated. I know he cheated. I know this. All that. Future. Listen, no. Speak life into your own situation. And then stop letting people speak over your life. Because any lie somebody done told over me, oh, I know, they this, and I know they this, and I know the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. I don't care what happens, the devil is a liar. Never give somebody permission to speak your destiny into your life. What gives you the audacity to speak over somebody else's life? You don't have that power to speak into my life. You may have the power to speak in some mess in somebody else's life that don't know their power, know God, but not this one. Not this one. I'm highly blessed in favor. And I can't wait to get married and walk down the aisle. And will, and is. You see what I'm saying? Because come in 2 years, I'm going to give myself 2 years, if not before then. Maybe before then. I'm going to marry somebody at that altar. I ain't even going to give myself 2 years, guys. I'm going to give myself whatever God give me. But what I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to try to make sure that I can be an example as far as what I'm telling you guys. Let's not. Let's not, guys. Let's not lower our standards so that we can compromise our values behind what everybody else is doing or what you think would keep a man. The only thing that's going to keep a man that want to be kept. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all know that it is what it is out here. But I'm gonna need us to get it together. So if you got your deadbeat in your house, let them go. If you got somebody that can't take out the trash and help you out and they ain't trying to work, let them go. Let them go. If you got somebody that wanna keep on fooling with everybody else, let them go. If you got you a habitual liar, let them go. If you got somebody that can't value you and tell you and bring out the best in you, let them go. If you got somebody that can't be loyal to you and committed to you, let them go. Angela said, going, gone. Going once, going twice, out of here. And Sean said, I'm tripping. Listen, but I was telling you, this was for my ladies. Open the door. That's right. Open the door and let them go. You understand what I'm saying? Let him go. Time out for thinking about what I am. If I don't know what I am, gone. Time out for wondering what you're doing. Not gonna do it. Let me tell you something. The best sleep at night is going to sleep, not giving a rat's tootie what somebody doing. Because you trust him and your stuff is solid and it's good. And you know, even if he is going to do something, it's not a reflection of you. So you got to not be scared to be alone. And when you get to the point where you're not scared to be alone, that's when your standards going to rise. That's when you're going to understand life. That's when you're going to know that you ain't got to settle. And man, since you on here, Sean, because I know some men going to peep, stop being gullible. Stop being gullible. Stop letting other men tell you ain't got a good thing when you know you got a good thing. Stop being gullible and letting all these women fool you and put this mess in your head for a $2 piece of sleep. $2 change. Look like a dime, ain't worth a penny. Can't spell the word gold, but you looking at her butt. You get what I'm saying? So women, all I'm telling you, I don't know who it was for. I don't know who it was for, but let them go. Let them go. All right? Because when you get to that point that you're not scared of being by yourself, and you can stop worrying about what he doing. You can stop worrying about, oh, if I let him go, she gonna have him and he gonna be happy. Yes, honey, be happy. I want you to be happy. Trust and believe me. My ex-husband, love him to death. That was my boo. You understand what I'm saying? Why would I want him not to be happy? My ex that I'm not with anymore. Listen, why would I not want these men to be happy if they can't be happy with me and they weren't for me? You get what I'm saying? And me allowing them to be happy and wanting the best for them and wishing that next woman the best. Listen, that's how God was able to bless me. And when I say able to bless me, I'm not even talking about a man. I'm talking about to bring me to the place where I'm happy. Don't look for somebody else to build you up and make you happy. Be happy so that you can build together. Be whole so that you can grow, and any broken pieces that you got, trust and believe me, y'all can work that out together. Because I'm going to say this again and again and again and again and again. You're not going to meet anybody and you're not going to go through something. Everybody's shit stinks. But when you got a woman that's loyal to you, that's standing behind you, that got you, that builds you up, that's going to pray for you, that's going to hold you down no matter what, listen. It don't matter if she can't cook the best. It don't matter if she snores. It don't matter if he snores. You better grow up. You better grow up. Because you got those very same women that time you mess up that you thought was everything, that's out there sleeping with somebody else. Sometimes you got to leave who you with to be with who loves you. Let me say that again. Sometimes you got to leave who you love to be with who you at, who loves you. Because you're worth it. Because sometimes you're in these relationships and people don't love you truly. And you rocking with it because you don't want to be by yourself. No, I deserve that love that's for me. Love me completely. That's right, Anissa. So get you talking about where she at, Sean. Listen, I'm that woman. Check my track record. I'm loyal. I might have messed up when I was younger, but I'm loyal. If I'm nothing else, I'm loyal. Lawyer. So listen, that's what, and so they out here. They out here. But what you got to stop doing, these men that's ready to jump on here, stop being gullible. Stop being gullible. You don't think that I've had men that I've had dealings with and been in relationships and had haters talking in their ear to me, oh, she ain't this and how she this and you this and that, because they wanted them. But this is the thing. Was there a question? If there's a question, you could go ahead. Sean, my heart is taken. My heart is taken. And that's the thing that I have to tell men. When they say, are you taking, because if you say, well, I'm married, I'm dealing with somebody, I'm a fiance, you can say whatever you want to say. They'll be like, can I be in the family? Can I be a friend? Do you know, whatever. So I have to say that my heart is taken at this moment so that men can understand that means that I'm committed to where my heart is at. I'm committed to where my heart is at. Until God changes that or shows me differently, I'm committed to where my heart is at. But thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. So guys, listen. That's right, Angela. Listen, let me tell you something. Women, and I think I did that once before, would lose your hair at night crying and worried about what that man about. Where that man at and what that man doing. If I had known what I know now, the tears that I could get back, Lord, when I get to heaven, God gonna have an ocean, a bottle of tears from me. Worrying about what a man doing, where a man at, why would he do this? That's why I say I know that everything that I have gone through, and I know by God causing me to be a minister, causing me to be a motivational speaker, causing me to be an influencer. I know that it is for the rest, for the people that God is trying to help me to bless along the way. Because if you knew what you know now, you would do things different. The peace I have, not worrying about what anybody doing to me. Because what you got to learn that is, if you're with a man and you're constantly worrying about what they're doing, you're not with the right man. You got to trust the character of that man that you're with. You see what I'm saying? You got to trust the character of that man that you're with. You got to know that man, and it will show. A man that loves you not going to go out there and just screw around and hurt you just because he can. That's not love. That's not love, because if he does, that thing going to be sick for a long time. He ain't going to run out there and do it again. You see what I'm saying? And we have men that have affairs and women that have affairs and get caught up in stuff and it be like, what happened? Listen, a lot of times it is an emotional type of thing, because men want respect. It ain't always about the sex. Women want security and want to feel the love and all of that. You see what I'm saying? So listen, guys, I'm going to go, because I'm going to tell you, I was not intending to be doing all this. I was not intending on doing all this. And I'm not soliciting for men. And so let me just go ahead and get in this car and go, because I'm going to need him to keep it moving. So, and guys, I promise you I'm not mean. I am not mean. I promise you. It's just that a lot of times, Sean, you know, men can be very persistent, even if you don't, you know, you can, even if you don't give, that response to say I'm interested, they can be very persistent. So, I am not mean. So anyway, guys, I am gone, but that's my motivation for you guys. It's Friday, and let me tell you something. I need a glass of wine, because I got to work tomorrow. I need a glass of wine. So I'm going to have me a glass of wine and try to relax. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Get my mind right, and yeah. The rest, none of y'all business. But anyway, that's my motivation to you. I don't know if it was a motivator or just me trying to teach for a moment, but please let his ass go. Please let him go. Do yourself a favor. I'm telling you, it may hurt for a little while, but watch the sleep and the peace you have. And when I say I'm tripping off you ladies, when y'all say his ass is gone. When I say... once we can balance it out, I will, Christine, I know, I definitely will. Cheers, Anissa. Once we can balance it out, guys, once we can get on the right ground. Sean, my favorite spot, let me tell you, the beach, let me tell you, I love it. And that's one thing about Atlanta, guys. There's no beaches. And so, guys, you talk about somebody hurt, because you know I love me some beaches. And I was here 7 years ago. For 7 years prior. So I don't even know why I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking more about the goals and the opportunities and the things I have to do. But when I say I'm going to have to ride to Myrtle Beach, or either ride to Florida, I'm gonna be doing that, because I got to get to a beach. My life cannot be, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a beach house, so that when I do come back towards Virginia and stay, I'm gonna actually stay at the beach house. I gotta. I mean, the beautiness of it all. I can't. Yes, thank you, Angela. Yes, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Long Beach, California, Sean. So, guys, anyway, I am going to go. Those who just jumped on, go back from the beginning, because you can't go wrong with it. We have had a ball on here, but I'm telling you, when we get on that level ground, like I said, when we start to plant fruits, guys, that we can reap from the things that we've done, then you'll begin to see the blessing of God on your life. Your husband is on the way, your fiance is on the way, your boyfriend is on the way, and listen, God didn't make a mistake when he made a man. Men are able to be faithful. Men are able to be committed. Men are able to walk in the image of God and treat you the same way that God look at you, because they made in God's image. So how do you think that a man cannot be committed, faithful, and treat you so wonderful when he's made in the image of God? Why is that you think that? He's capable of it because he is made in God's image. So go ahead and prepare. So single women, I'm going to tell you this. Go ahead and prepare for your husband. Don't wait until you see him to start preparing. See, a wife is already a wife before she meet her husband. A man does not make a woman a wife. You're already a wife before you meet him. And those of you who know that know what I'm talking about. You know that. A man does not make you a wife. You're a wife when he meets you. He then marries you to make you the wife of his. You see what I'm saying? But you're already a wife. So go ahead and prepare for your husband. And prepare means leaving other men, leaving other women husbands alone, getting your own man. Stop being trifling out here. Stop being a robot for these men. Some of you walking around, I can't make it, hair falling out. Listen, if he got you doing all that, he ain't the one. Thank God and send him on his way. Let his ass go. All right, ladies, so listen, I'm going to go. Kristen, I'm definitely going to be careful. Y'all have a glass of wine for me too, because I only can have one, and then I'd be somewhere looking crazy, wanting a blanket. But usually, guys, I have so much coming up. Let me tell you, I am a housing counselor for NACA, one of the biggest nonprofit housing agencies in the world. So it is a big job. It is a big job. Not only helping people avoid losing their homes, but putting people in homes, approving people for to be in homes. So much responsibility. And so I have a heart for that type of thing. But I am kind of using it as a stepping stone as well. I do need to get this under my belt with everything else I got going on. But when I tell you the hours are long, it requires a lot of my time and everything. So I have a lot on my plate, and also trying to do my own books, do my own business, and get things settled. So when I tell you guys, keep me lifted, because what I'm realizing is that where you would think that people would support you and be happy for you, you got more haters than lovers. We do. So keep me lifted, and I keep you guys lifted. So I got to go relax, because we got a community event tomorrow out in Atlanta. So people, work. You know, even though it's not going to be hard work, I am going to have to be engaging with the community and everything. So yeah, that's how that works. But anyway, guys, you guys have a blessed one, and thank you for hopping on with me. This is Dr. Michelle with Let His Ass Go. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and I know you guys will. Thank you. Y'all be blessed.